Okay, setting up the Coolflow tubing, CFT001. So this is a simulation, so I'll edit it a little bit so it doesn't matter if we stop and start and go to it. So this will be opened in a sterile manner.
Okay, this is the packet where the Coolflow tubing comes from. It's normally within a sterile packet inside.
Okay.
This one is being used.
Right.
So if I was the scouting assistant, then what I would do is remove that from the box, tip it onto the sterile field, and there would be a doctor that would hand this part of the Coolflow tubing to myself.
Okay, well let's connect it up then.
Okay. The next thing to do is to attach the Coolflow to some saline.
Good, eh?
Okay. I normally just make a bend here, because the last thing you want to do, especially if you go into the left side of the heart, is actually to get any bubbles in the tubing. But it's good practice to ensure no bubbles remain in the tubing on setup.
Okay.
I normally fill the chamber around half full.
Good, eh?
And then quietly, I'll tell the doctor to start allowing the saline to flow down the tube. There's a three-way tap on the edge here, which the doctor can use.
You could just run it into that bowl and pretend it's a sterile thing on the field. Okay.
Alright. Now you'll see that the fluid here is flowing down the tube.
Okay, it's going down there.
And what I would do then is ensure with the doctor that there are no bubbles in the tubing. Any bubbles in the tubing would need to be flicked along the tubing.
Yep. Good.
Once you get to this part of the tubing, the doctor would then hand this part of the tubing to whoever is assisting to ensure you set this up in the
Alright, so I can still see bubbles there. So you're just running it through.
So I'm just going to continue to run this through. Until it's completely free of bubbles.
Yeah, I'll probably edit and cut it down, of course, but we'll just see how we go. Get all the main things. So basically this might be summarised to, clear the tube of bubbles and things. Yeah. Alright, so you've clamped that off there.
Alright, so then at the back of the pump,
alright, Coolflow tubing.
There's a switch here to switch on once it's been plugged into the mains.
Alright, so turn the Coolflow tubing on at the back. Very
on
good.
the front of the tubing here, there is a warm-up session. Alright, once the warm-up session is completed, it will zero.
Yep.
What you then need to do is to push this button in, move that down, and to remove that as so.
Okay.
The doctor would then hand the assistant the tubing, and the assistant would then go from bottom to top.
So again, clockwise, basically.
Clockwise. Yeah. Placing that in as so. Placing that in, pulling it through as so. Pushing that in. Pressing that down. Ensuring that both ends are secure.
Good.
In the ports. And then
closing sensing ports.
Yes, sensing ports, closing up the actual device.
And then they set it up, and if they're connected to their Coolflow irrigated catheter, they might just run it at 2 mils an hour or something like that.
What they want to do is test the equipment to ensure that it works properly. So they would normally ask for a purge to continue clearing the line of any further bubbles. So that button there is used for purging.
Good.
Once that is done and they're happy, back to zero.
Okay.
What you then need to do is set your low flow and your high flow, depending on the catheters that
and
you're
the doctor's recommendations and the catheter.
Yes. So on low flow, it's currently set at 2.
That's probably good for most of the time?
Yes. You may have to increase it for certain catheters up to 5, but most of catheters would sit at 2.
Sure. Okay.
Then high flow would normally be set somewhere between 17 and 30, depending
All
on
right. So we
the
can
catheter
downsize that to
that you're using,
17 for mini catheters.
and also the amount of energy that would be
Sure.
supplied during the burn.
Okay.
Once that's set, you can pop it back to low flow. And during the ablation period, if you need to transfer from low flow to high flow, that, and then when you've finished, stop.
Fabulous. Some of them are connected up, and we'll do that automatically depending on
That's right, yes.
connection at the back, which isn't on this one. Oh, okay.